Welcome. So pleased to have you here again. For those who haven't met me yet, my name is Holly Little, and I run the Woman to Warrior program and also Quantum Woman Rising. And this is the Woman to Warrior show. And I'm so pleased to be able to bring this to you today because it's something that I've really been sitting on. But first, I'll tell you who I work with. I work with women predominantly, and what I do is I help them step into their power, become the most powerful version of themselves that they were always meant to be, because we've all got it inside of us. But sometimes we like to hide and run away from it and make excuses, and because it's so much easier that way, right? But that power's there and it's ours for the taking. And so that is actually part of what I want to talk about today. And that is how we run away from our power, how the search for alignment is keeping you stuck in an old life and in an old identity because, all the work I do is about, identity change, helping women change who they really are. And the benefits of changing who you really are is that you get a life that you really want because if you were the sort of woman now who could have the life that you really want, you'd already be her. You'd already have that life. Are you following? That's where the bouncing ball goes. Identity. Show me your life and I will tell you what your identity is, you know. So it's really, really important work. And this thing called alignment is keeping you stuck. Now I'll explain what I mean by that. So alignment is commonly used. Think of it like a permission slip. A permission slip for us to stay comfortable, right? That's all that searching for alignment is. Because what most women mean when they say it doesn't feel aligned is that it doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel comfortable. I think it was Brene Brown. She said, you can have, what did she say? She said, you can choose courage or you can choose comfort. You can't have both. And this is what I'm talking about today. Because as I said, that search for alignment is a safety trap. Something doesn't feel aligned. A woman is saying it feels uncomfortable. It makes me feel ick. It sounds like hard work. This is going to be awful. It makes me feel nervous. That's what not being in alignment normally means when most women say. In fact, I actually don't. Let's be kind. Let's be kind. Let's say 90% of women, when they say that, I was going to say 100%, but 90% of women, when they say that, simply mean that it just doesn't feel safe for them. Okay. And as I said, if safety was the way to a wonderful life, we'd all have that, right? We'd already be there, but we're not. So then you got to look at it and go, well, what's missing? And what's missing in the life of alignment that I see for many women is the dis-ease, the uncomfortableness, the nervous butterflies when you're trying something new. Because if doing it the old way was going to work, your life would be so much different, right? And we need to distinguish between intuition, which is a real signal that's worth listening to, and fear dressed up as intuition, which is what alignment is. And there are ways to do that, but you got to understand that the life you want exists on the other side of the identity that you haven't stepped into yet. Alignment with your current self will never get you there, right? Alignment can also be a social color, can't it? It sounds spiritual and it sounds nice. And it sounds like there's a lot of flow and it's very feminine. So a lot of women go for it. So it's harder to then be challenged on, no, you're just too scared. You're not in alignment. You're just too scared. And that's really what it is at the heart of it. Most women who say they're aligned, they're scared, or say that that's not aligned with what I want to do. It's fear. They're just saying, I don't want to change. Well, go you. Don't change. Don't become the most powerful version of you that you can possibly be. Don't have the best life that you want to be. You do you. You stay in alignment. And that might sound a bit harsh, but you know what? So what? You don't come to someone like me. You don't listen to something like this to just have me confirm what you already think, because that's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you any of the changes that you want. It's not going to change your wealth. It's not going to change your relationships. It's not going to change your career. It's not going to change your business. It's not going to change anything. So I won't let you be in alignment. You know, I prefer the term flow, being in flow. And even flow is hard. Like you think of a river or a stream. You know, there are times when that flows pretty freaking fast, right? And you get bounced all over the place, but it's still going in the right direction. It's still going in the direction it's supposed to be. But alignment won't get you there. True transformation requires a tolerance for discomfort, not the elimination of it. And I guess then the question becomes, okay, Holly, so you poo-pooed our alignment. You've told us we're doing shit because we want to be aligned. Well, yeah, kind of did. What do we do about it now? And it's really simple. Instead of asking, do I feel aligned? Say, does this scare me a little bit? Does this make me nervous? Does it excite me? Is there tension around what it is I want to do? That's more of an accurate indicator on whether you're on the right path or not this bullshit alignment stuff, okay? And you got to remember that commitment comes before clarity, not afterwards. So waiting to feel aligned is waiting for certainty that doesn't exist, okay? Certainty cannot exist, clarity cannot exist until you start moving towards that thing you want. So, just a short one today. I think I've said it all, but I will finish by saying, stop searching for alignment. It's holding you back. It is holding you back because most people aren't that good at reading the situation. Their unconscious mind takes over, and then all of a sudden, they're stuck in the same patterns. Not because they want to be, but because it's more comfortable. So I trust this has been useful for you ladies out there today, and any gents that are listening. So what I would really love, just give me a like on this video or the podcast if you happen to be listening to it instead. And if you want me to go into any specific topics, feel free to message me. And also, feel free to join the Woman to Warrior Facebook group. It's a free group. I put in free trainings in there, and there's conversations. And aside from that, if you want to do some work with me, do so. I am going to have more and more free stuff available too. But otherwise, having said that, have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next episode.